Hi, you all. This is Rosa bringing you Deer Families, a docuseries dedicated to the study and observation of the wild white-tail deer that live in the rapidly developing town my home is in. Here we have Sharon's family, and Sharon is here. And we've got Kyla, her daughter, right here. And then her grandbabies over here, River and Ethan. There's Ethan and River. And River's mom and Ethan's adopted mom, Lana, is over here. Lana is Sharon's other daughter. So as you can tell, Lana still has a very big belly. She's still pregnant. She hasn't had her baby yet this year. So her babies from last year are still with her. There's River eating on that tree that fell down in our winter storm this year. I've just left it because they're eating it and it provides good coverage, ground coverage for them too. And it's also keeping that tree stabilized. The tree basically split in half. So I might have to cut the whole thing down if I remove that one half of it. So he's eating on that. And then over here are Kyla and Sharon. Kyla's belly is still really big. She hasn't had her baby. Sharon's belly decreased a ton around the time I posted the last video. And I don't think her baby survived because right after her abdomen decreased a ton, she wasn't coming around with her daughters and her grandkids. And I believe that was because she was tending to her newborn. But then a few days later, she started coming around again. I made the last video 2 days after she had her baby. And then she was gone for about 3 or 4 days tending to the baby, and then she came back again. So I don't think the baby survived, because if so, she would be tending to her baby way more than she is. She's been hanging out and traveling again with her daughters. So that's sad news that her baby didn't make it. I don't have any video of that because they hide their newborns so well, and there's predators out here, so if the baby didn't make it, very likely a vulture would have got it. I hate to say that, but that's just the way the world works, sadly. Sorry, Sharon. There's Sharon right there. So the mortality rate isn't that high for these guys for numerous reasons. There's no telling why her baby didn't make it. So as you can see, Kylie's belly still, Kyla, I call her Kylie. I call her Kylie and I call Lana Lonnie, but her official name is Kyla. Her belly is still very big. Sharon is running because a neighbor is out that she's not familiar with, and she's getting out of Dodge. So here's Lana. So hopefully Kyla's going potty. Hopefully Lana and Kyla's baby will make it. Both of Lana's babies survived, but at one point, last year, but at one point one of her baby got hit by a car last year, very sadly. But she still has one of her babies from last year with her, River, who's over there. Thank goodness. I think the mortality rate for this group is really low, just because not only do they have the dangers of the birthing process, but they have a lot of traffic around them in these neighborhoods that they live in, and they also have people feeding them foods that can easily kill them without knowing. They're doing that like corn and chips and candy bars and you name it. But those foods can easily kill them, and they're young. If they're young got a hold of it, it's like if it was very, very young, it's not a good chance the baby would live through it. Hi, Lana. But Lana survived through all of life's obstacles amazingly. So the survivors, I have a ton of respect for. Each year they survive. I really respect them, because they figured out traffic. As traffic is increasing, they are still navigating it, and they're still surviving. So it shows how smart they are, and they're young from last year are adapting to the increased traffic as well. They just stopped by my house for some apple snacks and a few carrots too. I try to feed them as much as I can, because I realize if they leave my home hungry, they might go to a house that's offering them corn that could kill them, or Cheetos or something that could also hurt them. But unfortunately, my food supply is limited. The bugs are bugging Lana, and the rest of her family is over here by that tree. They've been hanging out there ever since it fell right around it, so I think it's good protection for them. And I don't know if you all can tell, but there's a lot of bare branches, so it's also good food for them. They've been eating at it. So I'm gonna cut the video short. I just wanted to give you all an update on this family and their babies. 2 have yet to arrive. Kyla and Lana's baby aren't here yet, and Sharon's baby, I would be surprised if her baby made it, because she's just at my house so often and traveling with her family again, which is a not typical behavior for a mother with a newborn. They always travel with their family, the does do, but they come in spurts. They're with their baby half the time, and then half the time they're meeting up with their family. And right now she's with her family 24/7. So I was about to end the video, but I thought I'd share one more thing with y'all. They have a real steady schedule. They come here at the same times every day, and they hang out in an empty lot next to my house over here in between their first 2 visits, and after their last visit they go out of that empty lot from my house to the golf course. And this is their pattern every day, and it always follows sunset. So this time of year, they've adjusted their schedule to go to the golf course at 8 because that's when sun is setting. But in winter, they were going to the golf course at 6 because that's when sun was setting. So it's real interesting. They're very disciplined and set on a schedule. I'm sure a lot of wildlife are, but I'm amazed at it just because I have 2 house rabbits and they're not like that. They're so relaxed all day. So it's funny to see the difference there. And then when they go on the golf course, I'm not sure where they're headed to after that. There's a lot of green patches around the golf course, and the lake is around it too, so they may be going. Oftentimes you'll see a bunch of deer headed to the lake, and they just go play by the lake. Sometimes get a drink of water. So I don't know, I'd have to get a tracker on them to know exactly where they're headed. So anyway, that's it for today. Lana's the last one there. She's gonna go catch up with her family. They're real quick even when they're carrying a baby. See how big her belly is? She's real quick and real agile even when very, very pregnant. So there they go, off into the sunset. Keep them in your prayers as hopefully Lana and Kyla's babies will survive. And I hope you all are having a great day and enjoying the nature and wildlife around you. Bye-bye from Rosewood Deer Families.